We're continuing work on the E46s today, but there's a slight problem. I couldn't find the key. I'm hopeful this is the key. Last time I drove that car was probably more like a year ago. Yeah, this is not the main key for sure, but I'm thinking this might be the spare key. Is this the right key? Can we get in? Please? I found this in like the bottom of the drawer. The main key, I don't know where that is. That's somewhere. It's not here. How will it start though? Ooh, there's some electricity in there. Well, it seems to function. There's a lot of banging and clunking. Maybe I forgot to tighten something. What have you been doing?
Lowering stuff, me.
Yeah, they got a free wash out at Sky then, look. Stopped. Little shower. Oh, it looks proper shit. Just trying to get some fuel in it because there's absolutely nothing. I've got some mystery fuel here. I think that's what come out of the E46. So that's probably a couple of years old. I don't know where this one came from, but it's definitely fuel. So we'll stick it in.
This is, of course, what we won Le Mans in our debut, first manufacturer ever.
Phew, that's like these two bolted together. Lights out. The choice of getting a low car on a ramp. Right, the task now is to tighten up the drive shaft bolts and just double check the torque spec on the diff bolts, and then just have a general kind of health check around the car. Maybe check the ride height on the front, maybe. Now doing that little drive was very stupid because everything's a lot looser than what I thought it was. I thought everything was at least nipped up, but the first bolts that I've just touched, and these are on the drive shaft ones, are all loose. So, you know, they're the 6 bolts to clamp the CV joint to the flange, and they were loose. So all of that force that we've just put through the car, just to do a little test drive of it, has just been on the bolts. I mean, there's strong bolts and there's enough of them, but still, that's not good, man. That was pretty dumb. Alright, I've been working on the car just for a couple of hours now on the ramp, going over the rear end, you know, just checking things over, seeing what I might have missed. Found some dodgy stuff, trying to fix some dodgy stuff. You might be able to see a little bit what's going on there, but I feel like this car, the shell is in need of some TLC. I don't think I'm that man. And I don't think I want to sell a car in need of TLC like this and take the hit, if you know what I mean. Right, so what have I found? Well, we knew things were a little bit more corroded than what we would have liked them to be, right? We knew that already with this motor vehicle, but I fear it may be a step worse than that. Not just the old surface corrosion. What I noticed when I was under here just now is, firstly, this kind of seam sealer, you know, is cracked and, you know, lifted inwards. Does that make sense? But if you look at the jacking point itself, I don't know if I try and hold the camera level, can you see how it's higher on the left side, right? Well, this is bad for me, you know, I hate all of this, but when it comes to selling a car and what a car's worth, the value of a motor vehicle, you know, it's all about how it looks, right? So yes, the rear arches are going from the inside out. It's already had a pair of front arches on this car, I believe. So the front arches are pretty good, but the rear is going. Yes, so yeah, heavy corrosion, SMG. What do we do? Oh, I'm trying to fix this as well, the V-brace on the E46. I don't think, is it just the M3s that have this? I presume a lot of race car people probably bin it off. I don't know, do you? It's not that heavy, but what that does is it ties the front part of the rear subframe in with a chassis. And so right where this is when I noticed this, you know, I was taking this bolt out, and yeah, for some reason the car had the wrong bolt in here. I've been trying to fix the threads, but looking at this, I may have broken the tap. Look how flat, look how flat the threads are on the tap. I think I've broken the tap. Lovely stuff. Come on out. Yeah, that looks bad. Uh-oh. Oh, you think you've won, dear? I shall come back with some more, but yes, anyway, the drive shafts are in. I need to put the anti-roll bar back on still. But yes, definitely a little bit I mean, it's not going to be like an MOT fail or anything. It's just, we know, don't we? We know that this car is compromised with corrosion, which is a nice way to say it. i.e. it spent some time in the UK. Thought I'd try and fix this properly, so I'm drilling it out so that I can tap it for an M12. I found a bolt that'll work pretty good, and it was a nut and bolt before, which is what we want, is it? This is almost straight. So that was the right drill size bits that we did before for an M12 tap. This is not. But at least it did get straight stuck in. And like the little bitch that preceded it. What? Maybe we should just nut and bolt it. Balls. Alright, I managed to get it. Yeah. Hell yeah. And then I broke the thread on that side, but don't worry. It's all back together. Hell yeah. Whoa, yes. What an exciting. Dan, show some enthusiasm on your videos for once. Show some enthusiasm. Come and get your black bin bags. They're on offer till December. So long and black and slender. Yeah, everything's talked up to spec, by the way. Tight on the V-brace. The other stuff was, come on. Have some fun times tomorrow. Oh, Fun time, you say it? I don't think so. Hey, it's already quite late, but I'm just doing some little bits. Nothing cool yet. I'm just putting the roll bar back on. Everything's real rusty. I'm cleaning the bolts up because that's the thing I like to do. I like to clean bolts up. Makes me feel good when the bolts go back in nice and smooth. That's what I'm all about. Smooth bolts. The tap and die kit, I've just packed it away. Guess what? I'm going to get it back out. I'm going to dye some threads. I'm going to make the threads clean. I'm going to clean away the rust, clean away the corrosion. Only issue I've got, right? Of course, we've been here before. If you watch the videos, these are actually locking nuts. Okay, so we can clean the threads, but we can't really clean the threads within the nut because it's a locking nut. It's kind of ovaled on the top. But I'm hoping maybe I've got something in there. Maybe we can replace the nuts with something else. I don't like using nylock nuts at all on anything, but maybe I'll just put some nylocks on it for now. At least it'll be cleaner threads. Oh, look at that, man. Who's it back been in the UK then, Dan? Okay, man. Well, I've dished out some nylocks with a flange on, but they're a little bit tall. I don't know if we'll be able to use them, but we can try. You know, my gift to you. Gift. Feed the pony. Take the carrot. Imagine being a fan of galvanic corrosion and not owning an E46 M3. Imagine there's people out there who are fans of galvanic corrosion and they don't own one of these cars. They won't know the joys of spending an hour still going installing a roll bar. An hour. 1 hour. Ah, maybe I should have videoed that. I didn't realise how satisfying it would be to pull the tarp off the tables. Me tables. Time to see what the T37s look like and see if the ride height's okay and stuff. Can't seem to change the white balance, so hopefully I can fix it in post, because what I'm seeing on the iPhone, which is you, compared to what I'm seeing out my eyes, which is over there, is very different. It's very yellow on my phone. Is it because it's nighttime? I don't know. Looks pretty cool IRL. That looks pretty good. That looks really good IRL, and the ride height's pretty perfect. Maybe a wee bit too much camber, and I think I need to. Well, we either need to raise the. Oh, oh. There's a story for another day. I either need to lower the front or raise the rear. What do we think? I mean, that does look pretty meaty, doesn't it? You fucker. That looks pretty meaty, but probably want to go down on the front, eh? Okay, so how does it sit? Pretty good. Pretty good. Really good on the back. Really good. Really nice and cool, thank you. I think we're going to do some things which are not too alike to this channel, and we're going to make it look really cool, this car, by now lowering the front and probably just keeping the rear as it is. And will it even get off the farm? Yeah, it should be all right, I think. It's not going to be it's just going to be a posing car, this. Oh, I need to get some internet points, man. The Japan trip has been a bit of a letdown for the internet points. So this is going to be the internet point car. Hey, look at this. Someone taped the threads on the coilover. Whoa, who did that? Someone in a previous life. I only need to get to the bottom ones though, mate. What the hell? They're even greased underneath. Look at that. This might actually not be so bad. Even put an eye on it to say which side it was on. I'm going to wind the top collar down until the springs, you know, at the risk of becoming loose. We'll see how that goes. We should have cleaned the threads a little bit first. Oh my god, look at that. One hand. Hell yeah. That's probably as loose as I want to go on the spring. What, 5 mil on the shock. I don't know what the motion ratio is on this, but let's say 10 or so, which is probably not going to be enough. helps if you go the right way. I was just testing you. I wonder it's... A little update. You might notice the fast eddies are out. Why? Well, I'm really struggling to get any movement from this bottom collar on either the left or the right hand side. And I'm really trying not to take the coilover itself off. Does anyone remember when we rebuilt these? We had to change the top bearing. And I'm pretty sure we had them, you know, in as many pieces. I'll try and find the video and put the date on screen now. But I do love tapping. Mild corrosion. Yes, quite some difference. Failed spectacularly to get this free. And I'm pretty sure I greased all the threads, right?
It's false. No way. Not this time.
Oh, come back to England, they said. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so to try and give myself a little bit more room, I've undone the top. I really wanted to avoid taking the coilovers off, right? But I've undone the top nuts, put the stands on, just to, you know, carry the weight of the wheel.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
I leant on the switch to fucking lower the car down after smacking myself in the face. That was good. This is why we record things. I reckon that's a good a sign as any to just take the shocker off then. Okay, if I must. The reason I don't want to do this is the bottom bolt is meant to be a non-reusable bolt, but so are all the drive shaft bolts as well, and I've reused them, so whatever. I don't really have a workspace at the minute either. Work in progress. I bet you've missed the mess really, right? Fuck. Nah, fuck off. Jeez. Funny story, guess what? I looked at the video last night where I rebuilt these things, yeah? And guess what? We couldn't actually get that out either. But in the past 3 years ago, that was also seized. And it's still seized. So maybe we're better men these days. Maybe we can do the unseizings. Or maybe we just ignore it. I don't know. There are some other ways we can make the car lower. I've got some different size springs and stuff. Don't really want to start playing with that. Or if we had some helper springs as well, that would help us get it a little bit lower. Or would it? No, maybe. Anyway, I promised we've got to help the man over there with LS things today as well at some point. So got the camera on that. Can be gone. But anyway, yeah, back for another full day. Bank holiday. Hey ho. Why is this?
Why? So it fits the subframe. So this normally has like a tiny little step.
Oh.
So we chopped it.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
It's a Zero Fighter starter motor.
Fuck, what are you on about?
Mitsubishi. Is that off the Nissan?
No, this is out of a fucking Monaro, my friend.
Why has it got a Japanese starter motor?
You know.
We're going to put the engine in this today. I'll give him a hand later. Just give me a shout when you need the heavy lifting done. You know what? Okay, yeah. That's very nice as well, the pump, the Astra pump fitting thing. I'm pretty sure I've assembled this anyway. this splits off. This is a adapter plate for the B&W transmission on the LS. So you bolt that to the engine. This is the adapter plate, bolts through. Hello, happy times. What's this?
Try to sell suspension.
What's this? What sort of engineering's going on over here? Ed's bought this Chinese thing here. What's it?
They don't sell them in the UK.
Well, hang on, it's not, hang on, I'm trying to stop bad mouthing China these days because there's a lot of good, and I've met some good Chinese people on my travels. I think they were Chinese.
Oh, to be fair, it drops in a fair bit before it actually gets to the threads.
And it's coming with these, they're not long enough, Ed.
Nowhere near.
It's not going to work. Have you got any longer cap heads? Because they're not going to go through, unless you want to try and sandwich it over the top. I don't know if that's going to work.
I don't know if we'll get it there. Look how far this drops in.
Let's try it. So these are the bolts that it came with. Put that bolt next to it. This is some random bolt that we just found, and it's still not long enough. A slight problem. So this is the flywheel. Well, this is like a sporty flywheel, right? And this is the clutch adapter thing, and this has to bolt through that, right? But look, do you see anything wrong? Tell me when you spot the problem. Well, since you're waiting for an email back from Poland, I'll go and do some M3 stuff. Right, I'm going to continue just while it's out. I'll have another go at getting that free, but I'm not going to hold my breath. But I would like it to be lower on the front, so yep. I guess I could do a little tidy up while we wait. Ugh. Okay. You've not got stuck on a coilover yet?
Have I not got stuck on a coil?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, that's been in there for a couple of hours now. I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to go for buying some helper springs and maybe fitting some stiffer springs while we're at it if we can. Just to help with the, you know, stance and all that. The good news is, wow, look at we have a workbench again. Workbench again. Hell, man, I've suddenly realised, you know, having the great reset going away and that, there's so much stuff here, man. Like, I really want to have more workbench area here. I'm thinking I might migrate that racking there, the orange stuff. I might swap these free for that, and then it'll give me more room here, I think. And then I'd have some more I can use, like where the gearboxes are. I can use that as like table space, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, I think today's progress is going to be halted. Ed can't get his engine in because of reasons, and I can't lower the coilovers because many seized. So I think we'll just go with, I said the dampers are still fine, so I think we'll just go with, yeah, fitting some helper springs, and maybe I found some springs when I was tidying up as well, so I might increase the spring rate slightly as well, just for the stanciness, and yeah, I'll see you later in the week. Actually, I've just remembered, these are meant to be short and sweet barn videos to keep the progression going, so I'm gonna we'll pause the video, but I'll actually make a new video instead, and we'll you know, part 4, we'll make this look cool, make it look cool, yeah, by adjusting the spring rating. So you'll have to wait another episode to see the car look, but oh, and like this though, look at this, you know, hello. The wheels are in motion. I'll get some bronze touch-up paint as well.